Hi everyone, so this short video is about the ghostly or spooking goings on at Holy Cross ruins. I won't talk about the history of the church itself, I will save that for another time. The photo that you can see on screen at the moment is supposedly from 1813 and shows that much more of the church is visible than what we can see today. It's possible that the church looked this way when the events in this video took place. The other photos that you will see are all from the ruins at various different points in time. I am sure that most who live in Wallsend and Howden will know where the church chapel ruins are, and I am also sure that many of us have played on them when we were kids. I certainly had no idea of the significance of the ruins. It was just an old run-down building to me and somewhere just to play. Of course, now I know a lot better. As a child, I often passed the ruins on daily walks with my nana, and she always told me never to go there at night. She said all sorts of evil things happened there. Her favourite story was one of the headless horseman, who apparently rode past the ruins late at night. What he was doing or where he was going, she never actually said. And I have as yet been unable to find any articles about this, so I often think that it was just something that she said to scare me so that I'd not go there alone or when it was dark. Other stories that did appear in old newspaper articles in the 1800s and early 1900s included things such as the phantom coach, which passed by the church at midnight on certain occasions. The occasions in question are not actually explained, so the reasons for it passing the church are pretty unclear. It is also said that the wheels of the coach would be muffled, though again, the significance of that is unclear. Maybe somebody watching this has some ideas or theories about this. Why was the coach there? Where was it going? I'd love to know what you think. Probably the most famous story is that of the witches of Holy Cross ruins. Old newspaper articles are good for this one, with a couple of different scenarios described. So I will basically put the two most popular tales together and include where each one differs from the other. The stories appeared in the paper some 50 years apart, so that perhaps explains why they are so different. Anyway, the story goes that a member of the Delaval family, and neither of the articles say exactly which member, and I'm sure that I've seen something in the past where the Delaval in question was mentioned, but I cannot find that now. But anyway, a member of the Delaval family was passing the church late at night. Based on the two stories, he was either alone or he was with a friend. He saw a strange light shining from inside the church and decided to take a closer look. On peering inside, he saw a group of several witches, and this is where the stories differ quite dramatically. One states that the witches were cutting up the dead, which sounds quite gruesome and probably sold more papers than the other one, which said they were standing round a cauldron using the old coffins as firewood. Which one is true, we shall never know, although, based on the kind of story, is any of it true? Delaval then decided to enter the church, and on doing so he managed to capture one of the witches. The others all escaped his clutches. One story even goes as far as to say that the rest flew away on their broomsticks. I might also add at this point a tiny part of another story from a 1935 newspaper which I found slightly amusing. It suggests that Delaval had thrown water at the witches and was able to catch her one as it had made her sneeze. The captured witch was taken back to Delaval Hall, where she was tried, found guilty and condemned to death by burning at the stake. At this point the stories once more differ. One version states that the witch asked for one last request, that she should be given 2 planks of wood which had not been touched by water. On receiving these she placed one under each foot and rose into the sky. However, it seems one had been touched by water, so her flight came to an abrupt end where she fell from the sky and died on impact with the earth. The second version is that she tried using her magic powers to escape, but the spell went wrong and she was unable to do so and was recaptured and was burnt at the stake as the trial demanded. Are either of these stories true? Well, that's something we shall never really know for sure, but one article does say that a witch or someone accused of being a witch was indeed burnt at the stake at Delaval Hall sometime in the past, but it gives no details of that story, so I know nothing more than that. So, have you heard these stories before, or similar versions? What do you think of them? I'd really love to know if you think any of them are even remotely true. But for now, I hope that you have enjoyed these little tales, and I hope that even the one about the witch sneezing with the water made you chuckle.